Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks. Today I'm going to teach you a sandwich trick with the two red sevens. What is a sandwich trick? Well, that's a trick where the spectator's selected card is found sandwiched between two other cards. Now, why are we using the two red sevens? Well, I'm sure you've seen pictures of Las Vegas, right? Or pictures of slot machines. What's the number, what's the image that you always see? You always see a 7, right? Because 7s are lucky. And what's the color of that 7? It's always red, right? If you see a logo for poker, or if you see a logo for slot machines or Las Vegas, or gambling with dice, people are always calling out that they want to hit a 7. So we're going to use the two red 7s, and we're going to use this random pile of mixed cards. Every single card is completely different: reds, blacks, court cards, number cards, and I'm going to have my Alexa pick a card. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 13.
Here's a number between 1 and 13. It's 6.
6, so she picked 6. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this card right on top, don't know what she got yet. She got, wow, she got the Ace of Spades. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to shuffle it into the deck. Shuffle it into our little pile, right? And then what we're going to do is, once it's completely lost, I will put a 7 on the bottom and a 7 on the top. And now you're welcome to do this with me at home, okay? All we're going to do is we're going to spell out between the two red 7s, okay? That's the entire trick. We're going to spell out between the two red 7s. And it goes like this. First, we're going to spell out the word between. B-E-T-W-E-E-N. Drop everything else up on top. The, T-H-E. Drop it all on top. Two, T-W-O. Drop it all on top. Red, R-E-D. Drop it all on top. And then 7s. S-E-V-E-N-S. Drop it all on top. Now, magically, there is one card trapped between the two red 7s. Told you they were lucky, but it's only a magic trick if it's our Ace of Spades, right? So we're going to slide it out and see. Yep, it's the Ace of Spades. All right, so how do you do this self-working trick? Well, you already know how, because you just watched me perform it. And really, that's all there is. The entire trick goes just like I just did. So as long as you remember to spell out between the two red 7s, you'll find your card every single time. The only other thing you need to know is how to do a false shuffle. All right, so that's what we're going to learn. We got to do our false shuffle. It really doesn't matter which card your spectator takes. You're going to have your two red 7s out, okay? And you do the same pattern I did about a red 7 being lucky. You see it in all the logos for Las Vegas or poker, right? And then over here, you have 13 random cards, okay? It's 13 random cards, could be any cards, doesn't matter, right? I just have a nice mix of red and black, court cards and number cards. And you have your spectator take their card out and they look at it. So in this case, we'll say it's the 9 of Spades. As they return the card to you, you're gonna do a false shuffle. Really, it's a control, right? You're going to control the card to the bottom. But I say it's a false shuffle because it looks like you're shuffling the cards and that you don't know the order, but in reality you do. The card is on top. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to drag that first card down to my hand. See, that's their card right there. So I drag the first card down to my hand, and then I just keep going with just random cards, throw everything else on top. Their card is on the bottom, right? You can stop there if you wanted to. I like to do it one more time. Just grab a couple cards, drag them off. Don't drag all, and then throw these right back on top, which means I haven't disturbed that 9 of Spades. It's still on the bottom. So all you did was move their selection from the top to the bottom under the guise of 2 shuffles, and hopefully they think it's lost in the deck. From that point, you put the red 7 underneath and the red 7 on top. You could even say, look, I did it. I sandwiched your card in between the two red 7s. I mean, obviously, because it's there somewhere, right? Now you're going to do the spelling trick just like I showed you. You're going to spell the word between, B-E-T-W-E-E-N. Drop everything else on top. Spell out the word the, T-H-E. Drop everything else on top. Spell the word to, T-W-O. Drop everything else on top. Spell the word red, R-E-D. Drop everything else on top. And the word sevens, S-E-V-E-N-S. Drop everything else on top. And then when you fan the cards, you'll have one card between the two red 7s, and it better be your 9 of spades. That is how you do between the two red 7s. Let me give you another idea. Because you're going to use 13 cards, well, that's the exact amount of cards in a completed suit, right? So you could do this trick with all the spades. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, right? You could show all the cards. And to the spectator, you could say, this is a full set of cards, full all the spades, right? Ace through king. So we've got every number represented. We've got every court represented. I figured that would be the fairest selection possible. And we'll find your lucky card from amidst all the cards. Do you have a lucky card? Any card between ace through king? Well, if you don't have a lucky card, maybe we can find out what your lucky card is today, right? And they pull out a card, and their lucky card is the 5 of spades. And you say, oh, you probably didn't know that. Probably didn't know your lucky card was the 5 of spades. Well, we're going to see if your luck and my luck match up. So you could do something like that too. Of course, as always, if you had any difficulty with the tutorial or you wanted to just go back and watch that shuffle again, you're always welcome to rewind, watch things more than once, and of course, practice, practice, practice. Even though this trick is easy and what we would call a self-working trick, you should still practice until you can do this trick in your sleep, until you can do it without fumbling. The faster you do that shuffle, the more convincing you make it look. Don't pause when you're doing your secret move, right? You got to make it look as natural as possible. The better the trick will be. The best way to not tip off your spectator what you did, right? The best way not to expose the secret is to practice. Do it enough times until nobody can see what you're doing, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with this trick. As always, like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, have you ever purchased a magic trick that they said was easy or for beginners, and when you opened it up, it was just a bunch of parts and some typed out instructions? Like, how are you supposed to figure out how to do a trick with instructions that are this small and there's just no detail, right? No video, no pictures. You're so disappointed. You wanted to learn how to do this trick, you thought it'd be fun, and then when you got it in the mail, you were sorely disappointed. I want to help you. This channel wants to help you. I have a whole playlist of instructional videos that'll walk you through my personal handling on these tricks plus many more. Now, obviously, you need to own the tricks, right? You need to own the tricks in order to perform them. You won't be able to do any of these tricks unless you actually own them. But another great way to use this channel is as a way to look at tricks that are available on the market and to decide whether those tricks are going to work for you. I purchase all of my tricks from penguinmagic.com. And so if you'd like access to that playlist, if you would like to see kind of behind the scenes and get my personal handling for these tricks plus many more, you can hit the join button down below and subscribe to this channel for only 99 cents a month. And as long as you're a subscriber, you'll have access to those videos plus any new ones I continue to make. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.